7 years ago, MLG held its first event ever. Now, there were maybe 20 TVs, under 100 competitors, and they featured only one game. But now, it's this, the 50th event here in Raleigh, North Carolina. Thousands of fans, hundreds of competitors from all over the world. We went from Land Center to Convention Center, from a small city in New York City to a worldwide recognition. It's all going down right here, right now. 3 days of live coverage. It's the Doritos Friday Night Kickoff.
When I catch fire, the other team should just set down their controllers because there's nothing they can do.
I still have not accomplished what I want to do. I want to be the best. I want people to know that I'm the best of this video game.
If you are the best, you got to make sure that you stay consistent. You can't just be like, oh, I'm the best, and the next tournament slack off. So I never really look at myself as being the best player. I just think of it as I'm playing my best for the benefit of my team.
Here comes Ogre 2 to clean up the kills. Final boss is pumped. He has a great start to the game. Hysteria heating up with the sniper shot. Naded, the new addition. Instinct is playing at the top of the game. It's the MLG Friday Night Kickoff. Welcome to the Doritos Friday Night Kickoff. I'm your host, Chris Puckett. Joined up in the booth tonight, Scott was here, D-Mac, boys, number 50. Just had an awesome pregame show. How you feeling right now?
I'm ecstatic, Chris. This is the best venue. This is not only the biggest, but it's got the loudest crowd, I think, thus far.
And he's right. Farouk was right when he was talking about how the first event was so small. I was there. And now when I look at this venue, it's absolutely crazy. MLG has done big things.
Tons of stuff going on, and guys, we have two incredible matches coming up for us tonight. What are you guys looking forward to the most, though, this weekend?
This weekend, Chris, I'm looking to see if we're going to see the return of the main Slayer. Now, at the 6-team land, we saw a lot of the main Slayer teams, like Believe the Hype and Final Boss, beat Instinct. Now, I want to see if, come tournament time, if Instinct can still beat them out, or if the return of the main Slayers happen.
I think I want to see, we talked about it on the pregame show. Chris, we have to discuss 14 teams. We've never had to do that before. The level of competition is so deep. We've talked about it over time and time again, but now everybody wants to know who's on Dynasty, who's on Purgatory, who's on Darkest Hour. Those things weren't irrelevant 2 years ago. This game has gotten much deeper. That's what I'm looking forward to this weekend.
All right, well, guys, I think let's not talk anymore. Let's get right to the matches, right? Let's send it down to Farouk, who has our teams. Guys, match number 1, Darkest Hour takes on Heaven and Earth.
All right, here we go. Let's get ready to introduce the teams. Coming up, playing on the blue side, we got the Darkest Hour. Let's hear it for Goofy, Twilight, a really good noob, Legend, and their coach, Gunker. And playing on the red team, let's hear it for Heaven and Earth. Let's hear it for Strong Side, Captain Anarchy, Cypher, and Dursky, and not to mention their coach, Coach Small. All right, Darkest Hour, Heaven and Earth. You know what it's time to do. Let's get this match underway. Lock it up.
Awesome. So it looks like our players getting all set up, plugging in their controllers, getting their Astros going. Scott, we got to talk about this matchup, though, because we are seeing 3 faces that really haven't made it onto any of our big-name broadcasts. That, of course, I'm talking about a really good noob, Goofy, and, of course, Dursky, who's playing over there for Heaven and Earth. What are you expecting to see out of these new guys tonight?
Well, I want to see if they can handle the tournament pressure. We saw status quo. It took them a full year. Now, if a really good noob and Goofy can get settled in this tournament, they are going to be a big name on this circuit.
And D-Mac, what are your thoughts on the young guys?
Well, I think the young guys is where gaming is at, and I think these young guys are ready to make the push. When you look at a really good noob, he's had the chance to go through the combines, really ease into it, and then Goofy making that bold play. He has the monkey off his back. These guys are ready for tournament play.
Well, I don't know if a really good noob eased into anything. He kind of jumped up to a top-ranked team. Congrats to you, buddy. Right now, we're going down to Julie Alexandria, who is down on the floor with Twilight from Darkest Hour.
Thank you, Chris Puckett. I am here with Twilight. Now, Twilight, you have been competing for a few years now in the pro circuit, but you're used to being picked up by veterans, but now the tables have turned and you're the one picking up the new guys. Do you feel more comfortable in this leadership role?
I actually do feel real comfortable in this leadership role. I've been a leader all my life in all aspects of sports, and I mean, having these young guys look up to me in a way is just a really good feeling, and I feel like together we'll be unstoppable.
Awesome. Now, at the last event in Columbus on Friday night, you had a very memorable game on Narrow's flag, and some people would argue that that was a breakthrough performance for you. How do you plan to top that tonight?
I definitely plan to top it. I do it every day in my life, just not on this stage, so we'll see.
So basically you're saying you do it all the time, we just don't see it.
Exactly.
Okay, talking big. Puckett, back up to you.
I believe it too, Julie. The kid's pretty darn nasty. One of the best snipers I've ever seen. He is going to be competing on Darkest Hour, but we got to talk about the Heaven and Earth squad. They got Cypher and Strong Side, a great core, and they've added some amazing talent, Scott.
Yeah, and Anarchy and Dursky. And this team, this is the first time Anarchy's landed before an event since 2008 with Carbon. Now, he's actually going to be prepared for an event. We saw him take Carbon to Game 5 at our last event. I think he could maybe edge out this team, this event.
And D-Mac, I have to ask you, Anarchy was a member of Darkest Hour last event. Do you think that's going to be any added ammunition going into this match?
Oh, yeah, of course. There's always animosity between teams when they leave each other. Scott knows about that. But when you look at this Darkest Hour squad, they better be scared of what Anarchy's about to bring.
All right, well, I think we're going to go send it down to Julie, who's down on the floor with Captain Anarchy. Captain Anarchy, what's up, bud?
Yes, I am here. Well, you guys can give me what's up.
What up?
He just gave you what's up. I'm here with the captain who is driving the Heaven and Earth ship. So you guys went to the Red Bull Studios in California last week to land with Carbon in preparation for this event here in Raleigh. How did that work out for you?
It was probably one of the best experiences I've ever experienced in my life. Red Bull is the man. Wherever Sam Keen is, find that man, give him a hug, high five. He's the sickest, that guy over there. Red Bull really did a good job of bringing us all out, and we had such a great time. I can't thank him enough.
All right, well, I'll be sure to give him your regards. Now, at our last event in Columbus, you were actually on that team to our left, Darkest Hour. So how is that going to prepare you for going into this battle today?
I know their play styles. Legend and Twilight, they're pretty sick. I'm not really too familiar with Ryan, Noob, or Goofy, but they're solid players. Otherwise, they wouldn't be on that squad. So I don't really have any beef between those guys. I actually really like them, so I wish them best of luck.
But basically, you're saying you have their number.
Basically.
Oh, basically. All right. Well, you certainly have Gandhi's vote of confidence. Guys, back up to you.
Thanks, Julie. Did anyone else notice that Captain Anarchy and Twilight might be twins?
I did not.
Throwing it out there. All right, guys. Well, enough talk, guys. We are going to get this match started after a quick commercial break. Darkest Hour, Heaven and Earth. They're getting it started with Capture the Flag on Narrows. Whole bunch of sniping's about to go down. We'll be right back.